Hello and welcome to the Geek Zone. I am Will and this is World of Tanks. Yesterday I had a little bit of fun we all had a little bit of fun I think, in a T-26E1 Super Persian, the premium tier 8. So now I thought I'd bring you a little bit of fun in a Tier 4 T-80. The Tier 4 T-80 Russian light tank is one of the newer tanks added in 8.5. It's sort of got overshadowed by everything like the Leopard 1 and the Leopard Prototype A and stuff, that sort of line. But no, it got brought into 8.5. Nothing really special. It's just a tier 2 to tier 4 tanks. It's the T-60, the T-80, and the T-60, the T-70, and the T-80. But they're nice little tanks, as you can see. One of the characteristics of the bodywork is they've got that right-sided turret there, which is or left-sided, depending on which way you're looking at the tank. Very, very nice sloping on this tank on the frontal armor there, as you can see. It's a very angular tank, but it's a light tank. Armor is not exactly its strong point. It doesn't seem to be massively fast either. You see a lot of these little light tanks zipping around and doing a lot of speed and running around and everything with their mobility, but I don't see that in this tank. But let's go have a look at some stats while Myrat gets into position here. So anyway, thank you, Myrat, for sending this video in. Sorry if I have got your name wrong, mate. I'm terrible with names. So, yeah, but let's have a look at some stats anyway. So you got the gun, which does 55 damage, average damage per shot with a penetration of 75. It's got a fire rate of 28.57, as you can see. Very, very nice fire rate there. Being used on that T-70 very, very effectively. And then you go to the aiming time, which is 1.7. Again, very, very quick. You don't really have to wait for the aiming time at all with this tank, and the accuracy of 0.34. So very, very accurate, in fact, as well. So this gun is quite a nice gun. Of course, I was talking about the armor being nicely sloped earlier. Yes, it's very nicely sloped, but there is only 35 of it, and the turret armor is only 35 on the front again. Turret armor is 35, 35, 35 all around, and the hull armor is 35 on the front with 25 and 25 on the back and sides. So engine power is 210. And as you can see, as he pummels into this T-46 here again, very, very nice gun. I really quite like this gun. It's a bit of fun. Not the fastest fire rate in the world, of course, but the average damage is alright, and for a tier 4 tank, I think you can be very, very effective. And Myrat just shows you how effective this gun can be. This is a hilarious game. Make me giggle like the shits. These low tier games really do make me giggle like hell. So he goes in, puts the T-46 into some serious pain, and fires again and finishes him off, so bringing him to his first kill there. So very, very well played there, Myrat, the T-46 driver. Don't think he was using sniper mode for that one, as he did miss his shot. But this tank, not the fastest thing in the world. It has a speed limiter of 45 with an engine power of 170. It's a power to weight ratio of 15 horsepower per ton. It's got a turret traverse speed of 45, which is very, very good. As you can see here, you may be thinking, what is Myrat doing right now? Myrat saw some tracer fire coming. He actually got shot on earlier via this area, so he's firing some bullets into the direction of the tracer rounds just to see if he can get anyone there. So he has the ammunition for it, so he might as well do it. So anyway, back to the stats of this tank. He's got a turret traverse of 45 degrees, which is very, very nice. Ammo capacity of 100, and what Myrat's loaded up is 90 just normal armor piercing rounds and 10 HE rounds. He's not using any premium rounds for this, and he's also attached binoculars and a camo rating for this tank, camouflage for this tank. So very good, very spotting, very nice camo rating. Of course, he's also got his track, his repair kit, his med kit, and his fire extinguisher, as everyone should. So you're looking at when I find it on the stats page, a traverse speed of 48, so it's quite a mobile little tank. It's a really nice turret traverse. He sees the B-10 there and smacks one into him as he uses the ridge to take cover. So very, very nice again. Very, very nice. Using his terrain to really protect him. Terrain can be used, just the hills and the positions of the hills can be used for positioning very, very nicely. That's one thing I'm really not great at, is positioning myself to help the terrain help me. I'm very good in city maps, because the only thing that can help you really is the buildings itself, but when it comes down to this sort of map, I find myself always positioning wrong. So using ridges and stuff to get to positions and not take fire is very, very useful indeed. He's just firing to the BT7 here, and as you can see, the penetration of the gun is more than necessary. It's very good. He's hammering pretty much every shot, and with the fire rate and the damage of this gun, it can dish out some serious pain. He's up to 790 damage already, and just taking out 2 more tanks, bringing him to 3 kills. His team has kind of been shredded to bits though. There's 3 enemy tanks left. There is a PZ-2G in the base, which is most likely going to finish off the yeah, there you go, the Su-26 dies there, but Myrat is going to go take him out here. And yeah, this tank I'm actually interested in having a go. It's not a lot of credits. There's only 140,000, so I'm interested in going and buy it and have a look at it and seeing what it's actually made of. Because I looked at this game and I thought it was hilarious, and I love just trolling new players. Is quite a good bit of fun. So I think I might smack one of these up and have a go in it. As you can see now, the Su-18 and him are the only tanks left. He's got 4 kills and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies to take care. He runs into the Su-18 and smacks him, finishes him off very, very nicely there. And he's got to be careful because there's a Hetzer here, and the Hetzer's frontal armor is notoriously strong in this tier game. So apart from the Hetzer, he's got a load of SPGs, and if your light tank can get close to an SPG, we all know how that finishes. But there is a T-70, which is his little brother running around somewhere. So he's got to be very careful of that as well. He's hardly taken any shots here. He's only taken 1 shot of damage and a couple of shots to the tracks here. So he's on a good amount of health, and he could finish this very, very nicely. I mean, there's still 5 tanks left, and he is on nearly 1,000 damage. So he's playing very, very well, very, very cautiously. This is a really good thing to do up here. He doesn't know where they are, so he just goes up here. He's got his binoculars, so he waits for that to pop up and sees if he can spot anything else. So, and there you go, with the binoculars spot popping up there, he finds that Su-26 and finishes him off very nicely. So he's taking a tank out there without having to take any risks, using the vantage point and the equipment he's got. So very, very well played there to Myrat. He's now on 6 kills. He's got his top gun, and he's again using his binoculars. Gonna see if he's gonna use his binoculars here or just using his standard view range to scout out. That Su-18 starts moving up a little bit, and I'm not really sure what the Su-18 is thinking. I would have, myself anyway, I would have sat back and let the T-80 scout for me while I take shots. The Su-18's fire rate is good enough to be used like that, so that's what I would have personally done. But yeah, who knows. I don't play artillery, so I may be completely wrong. He has got 1.1k damage and nearly destroyed every tank he's run into, which is very, very good going. If you can find that T-70, he can actually kill everything he runs into in this game. So he finds the Hetzer, smacks one into his lower glacier, smacking him down, and as the Hetzer moves up, he tries to smack him, but again, that frontal armor of the Hetzer being very, very notorious there, as the Hetzer misses a shot there, thank goodness. Myrat goes to take some more shots, but the frontal armor of the Hetzer being again very, very notorious. As the Hetzer moves back behind cover, Myrat smacks one into the side of him. He was just fired upon by something and taken down to 178 health. That was quite a big hit. I'm guessing it was an artillery, but it has to be an artillery. No, it doesn't, because there actually is. Let's have a look what that other tank is. There's a T-70. Of course, there's a T-70 running out. So the T-70 could have got a shot into him, but doing that much, that amount of damage, I would have guessed it would have been an artillery. So he goes up back to his vantage point, and just to see if he can spot anything again. Sitting in the bush there, waiting for his camo and his binoculars to pop up. As they do, he has a look around, and again he finds a bison, using this vantage point to perfect synchronization with his binoculars there, and using it to take out then 2 tanks. So he's got rid of 2 tanks, and without taking any damage at all, not being very, very clever with the vantage point and his binoculars there. He just sits up here waiting for another tank to pop up. If it does, he's again has got to be careful. That Hetzer has got that frontal armor he's got to be careful of, and could seriously do some damage to him if he is unlucky. But either way, he is on 7 kills, and he has played a fantastic game using his equipment very, very usefully, using the fire rate of the gun to DPM most tanks, and using the terrain very nicely to cover himself up. He's on 1.3k damage, and a very good game here. But there is only 2 of them, and he doesn't have a lot of backup with this SU-18. The SU-18 has not done much in this game, which is a shame. He's got to be seriously careful. I'm going to speed it up here because I think you may be getting slightly bored. But he's still using this vantage point, still being careful, still sitting back. The enemy probably is going to start moving into the cap now, and as you can see, the Hetzer does exactly that, turns his back to him, and Myrat ends up to get the kill on him. So very nicely there. He does actually sacrifice the SU-18 for that kill, but there goes the biggest problem of the game, really. The Hetzer, I think, was the only thing he was massively worried about here. The T-70 at the beginning of the game, he's already got 162 damage onto that T-70, so he's not going to be far off dead, and the Su-26 won't be far off that many shots of dead as either, as SPGs do not have that massive health pool. So he goes along here, goes to the last known position of the T-70 and spots him down there. So he just pops over and uses the gun depression to pop one into the T-70 there. Just hit. So he goes over, smacks one in there. The Su-26 actually misses his shot, so he brings him back up to 9 kills and killing every single tank that he has run into. He has seriously rampaged this game. 9 kills is a huge amount of kills to get. Can he actually get to the Su-26 before the Su-26 can SPG him? Who knows? So he runs along, he goes towards the tracer. Tracers that he's seen. He's got 1.5k damage, which is phenomenal in this game. Can he make it a bit more and 10 kills? We will find out here. So he's still moving up to the last position he thinks the Su-26 will be in. He still hasn't seen him. He starts heading towards the enemy cap, and he's to turn around quickly as he sees him. Now the Su-26 does have a rotating turret, so he has to be really careful here. And the Su-26's actually traverse speed is quicker than what. And he takes a hit, but just lucky enough, it only takes out the commander and some health as he finishes off the 226. That was incredibly close there. If he got a good hit on him, he could have died. But very well played, Myrat. Extremely well played, in fact. 10 kills, and this little machine is quite the beast indeed. As you can see, his armor not really doing much at all. Yes, it's nicely angled, but he's only got 35 on the front and 35 all around on the turret. But again, the fire rate of this tank and the speed and the mobility of it really make up for it, I reckon. So it's a nice little tank, and very well played, Myra. I'm glad you sent this in to me. Very nice game. So he's got 1.7k damage here. I don't actually have an after battle report, which is a shame. I would like to see it. So he's definitely got a top gun, and if he was above tier 5, he would have got a Confederacy as well. But no, 1.7k damage. Complete and utter carry. I love these little light games. If you do have any games, please do send them in to thegeekzone@hotmail.com. It'll be in the description below, and please do go to my Facebook page and Twitter and like us and give us a follow there for all the latest World of Tanks news. For those of you who are already subscribed, thank you. And sorry it's not a patch zone today. We may be moving the patch zone actually to Saturdays. For those of you who don't know, the patch zone is actually my news channel, my news show, for all the latest news and bits. And what we're running into now is I do it normally Fridays. I think I'm moving it to Saturdays because on Fridays I'll do an episode and then they'll start saying, oh, we're also doing this for the weekend and we're also doing this for the weekend, and it won't be in the video. But if I move it to Saturdays, the video will have all the extra bits throughout the weekend on it. So that's good news. So that'll be up tomorrow. That'll be the patch zone will be up tomorrow afternoon. So please go check that out tomorrow. Again, please go check out my Su-26 E4 game, Super Persian, which I was at from yesterday. That's a fantastic game there, and very well. Just a very well skilled game there. Also, if you did like this video, please give us a like and subscribe, and put in the comment section below what you liked about this tank as well. I would love to know your opinions of this tank. I think it's a great little machine for a tier 4 light tank. Hopefully they extend the actual tech tree on a couple of patches time to improve, bring on more of these types of tanks. I'd love to see that, but who knows what Wargaming have planned for us. When it comes down to the 8.6 server, nothing's been announced yet for the next set of patches. I haven't really been playing on it because I'm not a massive artillery thing, and I know exactly what tier 10s I'm going for. So I may be playing it again. Me and Viper are actually hoping to start live streaming sometime in the sometime very soon. So please stay tuned for that on the Facebook pages and stuff like that. That'd be great to have your support on there. And again, give us a like and subscribe. And if you didn't like this video, please tell in the comment section why you didn't like this video and give us a downvote as well. It's only fair. Anyway, I am Will. This was World Tanks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.